Hey there, welcome back to True North Reviews. My name is Ryan, and today we're doing an episode of Hot and Cold. This is a video series I like to do where I talk about the best and the worst music, also known as the Hot and Cold, respectively. This week's episode, we'll be looking at any songs put out between March 31st and April 6th, 2019. Without further ado, let's just jump into the list. So this week, the first song I want to be talking about is the Lil Nas X remix with Ray Cyrus. This song is called Old Town Road. This song is a trap and country crossover, and on paper that doesn't sound like it would be the best thing, but it translates well for this song. It was initially dropped at the tail end of 2018. It climbed the charts for country, and then recently was taken off just because a lot of people didn't see it as country. But now Ray Cyrus is featured on the track. I think he's trying to make an argument that this song should be seen as country. And he contributes a verse as well as the hook at the beginning of the song. We get the banjo and pluck guitar being sampled from a 9 Inch Nails song. And overall, I think this is a fun track, very bouncy with the 808s. Lil Nas X's verse is the same. It doesn't really change up anything from the original. Billy's verse at the end of the track is quite enjoyable, and I would say the melody, especially the chorus, is definitely the best part of this track. Moving on from there, DeMarco dropped a new single. It's his second one for his forthcoming album this year. This one is called All of Our Yesterdays. I didn't really care much for the lead-off single. That one was called Nobody. This one is a much better improvement over it. I just found Nobody to be very sleepy and stagnant, but this one is a lot better. The vocals are still very quiet, and it matches the intimate kind of instrumentation, but the tune at the core of the song is just a lot better. Speaking about better, there is a new single from Paak. It's called Make It Better. This one's featuring Smokey Robinson. It reminds me quite a bit of a newer style Leon Bridges track. On here, I feel like the string instrumentation that supports the vocals and the verses really complements the cut well. And then the chorus is a highlight on the song. I feel like it's very seductive and sleek. Last week, Vampire Weekend put out a couple new tracks. One is called This Life. I'm liking this one a lot more than the other one they put out. We get this echoed guitar that kind of gives the track this unique character. On top of this, the backup vocals are bright and shiny. They give this reaffirming life will be alright kind of feeling. And then rounding out the hot tracks for this week, we have a new single from Bazzi. This one is entitled Paradise. And this one, it kind of surprised me. It's got like this very generic trap beat, but then the reverberating kind of synthesizers are compelling. The lush production in the chorus also is enough to win me over. And that's despite Bazzi wearing a lot of the Post Malone influence on his sleeve, especially with his vocal performance. Now onto the middle of the road tracks. These are songs that I don't find the best, and I don't really find them the worst either, just something to keep on your radar. We got a couple this week. Starting that off, we have Light Years by The National. This one's a very soft, very depressing piano ballad. The lyrics are the best part of the track for me. We get a lot of creative imagery with dark and light, playing on the distance between once lovers, as in light years. The piano also has a nice pace to it, and it doesn't bore me as much as other National songs, so for that reason, it's decent in my opinion. And now the other middle of the road track this week, it's by The Heavy. It's called Better As One. This one is like this Americana horn infused rock song. I didn't really enjoy the last single as much as I did this one, but I don't really see this one being as good as the lead-off single. Don't get me wrong, the vocals are energetic, they're in your face. We get a peppy drum performance. I just feel like the melody isn't really sticking with me. And now onto the cold tracks. These were by far the worst songs I heard last year. Kicking that off, we have Monopoly by Ariana Grande and Victoria Monét. And let me tell you straight up, this track is garbage. I honestly thought that Seven Rings was going to be the worst that we were going to get from Ariana, but this one I think goes toe to toe with it. Something about it just rubs me the wrong way, and I feel like it's braggadocious, just so obnoxiously braggadocious that there's just nothing appealing to it for me. The flow is disgusting. The falsettos are just incessantly obnoxious. And I can tell that the two artists on this track are having fun while making it, especially in the outro of the track. I just feel like it's not really meant for me. Moving on from there, the Jonas Brothers put out their second single since reuniting. This one is called Cool, and I don't think there's really much going for it that makes it cool. I just think it's bland, drab kind of boy band pop. The guitars are essentially non-existent. I don't even know why they're holding on to them in the music video. I feel like it's so pointless. They're just trying to keep up this image. But yeah, overall, there's just no personality on this track. I still prefer Sucker. I feel like that one had more of a rock vibe going for it, especially with the drums being a lot more interesting than what they are on this track. Also, the hook isn't really as catchy as it was on Sucker. Another single was dropped by Bazzi last week. This one is called Caught in the Fire. This one I don't enjoy as much as the other Bazzi single. The beat is atrociously bad. The singing and rapping reminds me a lot of Russ, and that's an artist I don't really enjoy much. And then the chorus kind of tries to slow things down, tries to make things a bit more emotional, but I'm not going for it. It's just a very weird meshing. And then the other Vampire Weekend single last week, this one is entitled Unbearably White. I didn't really care for this one as much. It has like this impending doom or like this darker kind of mood to the track. I just personally think Vampire Weekend are at their best when they go for a happier kind of sound like they did on the lead-off single Harmony Hall. If this new album has a lot more of those kinds of songs on it, I think I will praise it a lot more. However, if they do put some of these darker kind of songs on here with like these string instrumentation, it wouldn't ruin the album, but I just feel like these songs I would view more as filler more than anything else. And rounding out this week, we have a new Jennifer Lopez single, and this one she teamed up with French Montana. Yes, French Montana, yes, the one who put out that song, what is it called? Unforgettable? I feel like he's so forgettable. Because yeah, his verse on here is forgettable. I don't see anything to take away from this track going through the rest of this year. And the vocals from Jennifer, I think they're atrociously bad. Something just doesn't sound right with the mixing. I feel like it's very artificial. It doesn't really sound like it's her singing. But that just might be me. I feel like they kind of made the spacing, the audio spacing, very claustrophobic, and it just removes all of the human emotion or quality of the song. There you have it. There's Hot and Cold for this week. I'll catch you next time. Tell me what you thought of these songs. Sound off down below in the comments. Leave a like if you liked today's video. Subscribe if you're new in town. Tell me what I should review next. And thanks for watching, in case I didn't already say that. Have a rocking day.